Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your weekly reading for the period of the 19th to the 25th of April, and this is for the sun sign of Leo. Okay, please remember, if the reading doesn't fit, don't wear it. I'm using the After Tarot here, and I'll pull you a oracle card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords coming out here. Now, the Queen of Swords represents Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, but sometimes we take on her energy. Sometimes we need to be the characteristics of this person. Now, as a character, she is someone who is ready to talk. See her swords held high. She's ready to... She's adaptive, so she's ready to listen to what you have to say. But she's also very prepared to use that sword if she decides she doesn't want something in her life anymore. She can cut it clean out. Now, she's not cold. She doesn't have the coldness of the king, but she still intellectualizes things. So she still thinks things through very much. So she can be a very much an overthinker. But then she's prepared to communicate, which is really important. We have the Nine of Cups behind here. Now, you could be dealing with someone like this, or this could be you. The Nine of Cups says to me there's some sort of wish that's coming in here. Something coming in that you've waited for. You've waited for this. You have been waiting a long time for this. Someone's returning to you that you have been waiting for. You're getting messages of love coming through, some sort of offer, and there's true love here. So if you've been waiting on someone, Leo, for a long time, I feel that they're going to make an appearance in your life, and I feel that you have to take on that Queen of Swords energy, meaning that you have to decide whether it's worth having a conversation about, or whether you move on and cut this person out completely. Okay, look at this. Hello, we have the Tower coming straight out, so we have something going on. I'm going to put another card here. All right, now I think that this person at some stage or another exited your life. Now, it could have been you cut them out a long time ago, but there was some sort of exit that was made some time back. And I feel like it probably would have been quite destructive for you. You may have found this very difficult to get past. There may have been a lot of healing to do here. And you've tried really hard to forget this person, but somehow or another there's been this lingering thing of when they're going to return. And probably a little bit of fear around that. Now, for some of you, you could be dealing with someone you see as your soulmate, twin flame, as the divine masculine. So for some of you, you very much believe that this person was the person you were going to be with. And I think you thought that at the time. And I think something happened here that you were pulled apart. And because of that, you always thought that there'd be some return here. For some of you, you could be dealing with an Aries or Scorpio, but definitely thought somebody would come back. Now, you've closed out a cycle, and that would say to me that you probably, for the most part, got past this person. You may have got past that attachment energy, but I don't think you left them behind. I think you still had feelings. There seems to be a crossing of paths here. And I guess, you know, knowing how spirit is, there was some reason this person needs to be brought back in, whether that's for closure, whether that's to close off this cycle, or whether it's to help you move forward. We'll see. Okay, so you probably would have been dreaming about them. You probably had some ideas on how you wanted to see this move forward, but maybe now you have a different type of clarity. You know, sometimes when people do things to us and we're still stuck in the emotion of it all, we tend to sort of think the whole, you know, why have they left me? We get into the victim mode a bit. You know, how am I going to live without them? and all that sort of stuff. And then after a period of time, you start to realize the other side of that, you know, and you start to realize that someone's perhaps done something cold and cruel, and, you know, maybe they're not the nicest person. So you sort of work through that energy as well. And I feel like at some stage here, you moved on with your life and you saw things in a very different way, but I feel like it was a very long healing process here. Okay, so there's the return. Definitely a return. Could be sweethearts. There's the broken heart. Okay, very, very clear reading here. And there's the Empress. So we have the Emperor and the Empress in here with the sword of truth between them. Okay, and we have some sadness coming through. I'll put another card on that. King of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign here. This person may have been very cold in the past. All right, let's just have a good look. I feel like you're taking on this energy here. I think you're certainly coming into this new time with this attitude of, you know, one wrong step you go. I feel like you probably waited a long time for this person to return. I feel like now they're coming back in again, and this is why too it may have been a long time with this Knight of Pentacles here. I do think this person has love for you, whether that's enough for you after the hurt and pain you've gone through, and whether that love has existed beyond that pain. The Tower here tells me that whatever this was, it really came tumbling down for you, and you may have put in a lot of work here. I feel that you both had a lot of childhood wounds here, so you had to work through these energies. I do feel that you have a very strong connection with this person, but whether or not that's enough to get it through to, you know, another level, another time, I feel that perhaps, you know, we're looking at things through rose-coloured glasses for a long time, which makes it very difficult because you weren't seeing perhaps the more negative things that were going on. But I think there came a point where you felt the heartbreak, worked through that and had a brand new start. I feel very strongly that you moved on here. So this person may be very different to what you remember, because our memories aren't always strong as we remember things. We remember much of what we want to remember, but not always do we remember, you know, exactly as things were. You know, you may remember you had a lot of hurt and pain, but you may not remember how long that lasted for, how deep it went. And I feel that this person is bringing a lot of that energy back up for you here. I think this person has done a lot of work themselves. I feel like you're working with someone here who may have been very cold and left you out in the cold. But I think that now they've done the work they needed to do. I do think they've changed. Whether or not that's enough for you, I'm not sure. But this person's definitely coming to offer you a love and a brand new start. Now, I have a feeling that this person may also be, you may bump into them like accidentally. I don't think that this person's deliberately coming back. I think they're crossing your path here. Okay, so the card you've got is the Lady of the Mirror. Isn't that timely with the whole twin flame thing? Okay. We are looking at card 44. This is about reflection and non-judgment. The Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that you are what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event, say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures and successes. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. The Lady in the Mirror asks that you honour every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. And I guess that you probably have done a lot of work too since this person walked away. So it's very likely that you have changed a lot since you last saw them. So I think something, honest conversation, something here, you know, it's destined for you to meet up again. Will it go ahead? I think that's your choice with that Queen of Swords, whether you move forward or not. But definitely a very big chain of events. Have a great day.